Hello, this is Palagi. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and today we're going to take a look at the Bushnell AR optic scope. Now this particular one is a 1:4 power by 24mm with the throw down lever here. Okay, it's a very neat scope, happens to be waterproof, and it weighs in a little over a pound at 17.3 ounces. Okay, the length is 9.4 inches, sports 3.6 inches of eye relief. And this scope comes complete with target turrets. And for those of you who aren't familiar, you'll notice there's no caps, okay? You can click these at will, so they're always available to be adjusted. Now, initially, I was apprehensive about that, thinking that I was going to click it while using it or putting away and, losing my zero. But I have not found that to be a problem yet, and frankly, I don't anticipate it. So the click value is done in milliradian, and each click represents 0.1 mil, or roughly translated to about a third MOA. Now the reticle is an illuminated bullet drop compensated reticle, and it's designed to be zeroed at 100 yards. It has a bullet drop compensator out to 500 yards, okay? Now one thing I noticed though is the illumination washes out in the daylight, but it doesn't really matter because the reticle just appears black during the bright sunlight, and it's going to remain visible, so that's the important thing. The coating is it's fully multi-coated lens, which helps reduce reflection. It also can improve the contrast of your image. Now it also has a rain guard feature. Now, that is a patented permanent application that causes any sort of moisture or condensation to bead up into tiny little droplets to help keep the image as clear as possible. And that's going to be especially important during hunting or a tactical or defensive situation. Now, it has a first focal plane reticle, which means that the reticle grows and shrinks in magnification in relation to the target. Okay, so the subtension remains constant, meaning that the reticle takes up the same amount of space on the target regardless of the magnification. So the reticle will appear smaller in low or no magnification, and it gets larger with the more magnification that you apply to it. Okay, but I really like that feature, and it's especially helpful during quick target transitioning from close in or far out, or whatever the case may be. Now, it is a true 1 power setting, and or I should say it's close to a true 1 power as I've ever had on a scope anyway. And it kind of has a red dot effect, and it has a large outside reticle for fast at short range sight acquisition, and it's going to work very well for for a scope anyway. But keep in mind though that a dedicated red dot will probably be just a bit quicker close up, if for no other reason than the zero eye relief factor. But it's really a matter of giving that up for added versatility, namely magnification. I was saying it does have a throwdown lever, which is this right here. Okay, and that's really helpful for quickly transitioning from shorter to longer range targets. Okay, so really neat, like what they did there. Now, the bottom line, I understand that there's very expensive scopes out there, from $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000. Okay, but they may, or in some cases may not be better than this scope. But spending that kind of dough on an optic, it's just unpractical for my personal intended use. Now, if you find yourself in a similar position, it might be worth your while to give this scope a look here. All right. Now, it has a very wide and relatively diverse application, but it's going to fall short for longer range, and that's just simply due to its max 4 power magnification. But for my intended use, this particular rifle, it's designed for 0 to 200 meters, and for that it's near perfect. Okay, but I've had this scope for I don't know, over a year now, and it's held up well, and it's done everything it was supposed to. And I guess, in short, I should just say it's exceeded my expectations, and for that reason, I'm rating it an A. Okay, great high-value scope. But anyway, that is the review of the Bushnell AR optics, 1:4 power by 24mm. Thank you again for tuning into my channel. Please like, subscribe, share these videos if you like them. I would appreciate that. Anyway, until next time, this is Chase, signing off.